Honestly, 7 years.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I just like the dancing vibe between him and Pop. Like they both got their own.
They got their own thing. Yeah. Damn.
What?
7 years ago, I'm just thinking back to like where were we 7 years ago, bro?
7 years ago. So I was 23. I might have been doing my master's, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. And I don't know what was really going on. A3C, I might have just went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. That's 2014. I think that's what it was.
2014, bro. 2014 was a wild time of life, bro.
Yeah.
2014 was a wild year for me, man. Both good and bad. You know, but growth came out of a long distance situationship. An entanglement. No, I'm kidding. But that was a big year, man. Got my first real media job in 2014. Shout out to Rogers. And yeah, man, this was the vibe, bro.
And then now, thank God you found a home and now with the hype.
Jeez. Bro.
Not with the hype.
Yeah.
If I get lit up one day, I'm gonna perform on this beat.
I'm telling you, bro. It's definitely gonna happen.
I'm gonna come with the Pop Smoke vibes. Be like, look, AP, ice down.
Yeah.
Check it. Ice down. Coming down. We don't stop. Earth.
I might have to run that back myself. I
feel it. You're ready.
That.
You're ready for it.
Ready enough. Like that. Like I shouldn't cut that clip out.
Nah, we keeping that.
Let the people hear the tunes them. Put some auto tune on it.
Ooh, we lit.
Man them. It's not with a hype thing. A war.
Yes,
the world
sir.
general speaking.
Yes. What's going on, y'all? Live and direct. What's good?
And of course, it's your boy.
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
Just something very small and minute, but like I'm using a mouse right now to control everything and just trying it out.
Yeah.
Just trying it out.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm working. I'm just like looking at myself like from third person and just being like this guy with a mouse, just like
it's like what? Yeah. Man, yo, I never use a mouse on my Mac. I don't even have a Mac mouse. Mac mouse? Mouse.
Yeah. Well, the ones that are specific for Mac are like $100. I have two of them.
Oh.
One of them I bought myself as soon as I got my laptop, and that shit was already $2,600. So I'm like, throw another $100.
Whatever. What's another 100 exactly?
But then I got one with work, and that just didn't work. So now I'm just using some random one that my sister bought me. That is fire. Like the smoothness on the scroll is everything.
Yeah.
The click is silent.
This guy's got a silencer on his mic. I'm on his mouse. That's crazy.
This is the shit that I get excited for these days.
Oh man, what is life? What does life come to, bro?
How has your life been in the past week, though?
Yo, honestly, man, I'm happy we're through this month of February. I'm looking forward to it. It's still Black History Month. It's Black History 365. I don't give a damn. But I'm happy we're out of this and getting closer towards warmer weather, man. Like February is a rough time for me, man. Like I forget what it stands for, but I think they call it like SAD or whatever. The depression, like people who suffer from like depression or sadness.
It's like an acronym you're saying?
Yeah. That's definitely me,
bro. This is like a different one because you're layering like COVID and lockdowns on.
Yeah.
So it's not even like we can like drink our sadness away together.
Facts.
Like we usually do.
Facts.
There's no like, you know what? Fuck it. It's Friday. We're gonna link up and we're gonna get fucked up till about 4 a.m.
Yep.
Nah, I mean, you can get fucked up by yourself.
That's it. You can get like virtually,
and then you probably ready to get tucked in by like 9.
Facts. So that's kind of been like what I've been going through this week, man. Just like start off the week, I was like, oh, this sucks. Got more snow, but I've seen the light. I'm seeing the light, man. So I'm holding faith, and my mood's starting to come up a bit. So I'm starting to get a little bit more amped. Good. So I'm looking forward to things opening up and just getting outside again, you know?
That's what we like to hear. And you're actually the only like voice of like the world outside these 4 walls. Yeah. Like, I mean, I talk to other friends, but not weekly.
That's true.
So you're my temperature check on what's going on in other people's lives right now.
Yeah. We coming out of things, bro. We making it out, man. We gonna make it. How you living though?
Funny story. Yesterday, as I was working, I was like, yo, I feel a little weird. Like, I don't know, like, and I started talking to my brother. I'm like, it would be weird. Like, it would be hilarious if I just got sick, because I just realized I haven't been sick in like a year.
Right.
And then I just was so cold. I was just telling him, I'm like, I'm cold. Like, are you cold? And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just we'll go outside for a second. We'll smoke a joint, see how I feel. I came back inside. I was freezing. Yeah. Got in the shower. 20 minutes, pruny fingers, cold as fuck. Laid in bed, and as soon as I laid in bed, I'm like, oh, I got a fever.
No.
Yeah. So I had a fever, headache.
No.
Which is not, yeah. So I was like, I told Mama Dukes, and the mask came on, and I was back in quarantine.
Yep, I was just about to say they locked your ass up, bro.
But like I was like that for like a few hours, and then like they already had booked my COVID test for the next day. I was already going.
I love the fact that your family does not play, bro.
They're like, we don't give a fuck if you're gonna go to LA and do this shit. Listen, you bring that shit here. No. So yeah, I was feeling feverish for like a few hours, and then after that, I was just like, you know what? I don't feel feverish anymore. This is weird.
Huh.
Okay, so I like sat up, kept on watching Sons of Anarchy. Shout out to racism. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna work today. So that was this morning. I woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And I had already gone to go get my COVID test. They said I was kind of feverish. So
so you're waiting on results now.
Waiting. I got the results. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I got the results. I'm okay. Hey. And honestly, I wasn't worried because I haven't been anywhere like since.
Yeah, but LA. It doesn't matter, bro.
I know it doesn't matter, but that's like,
where would you get it from? Yeah,
the brain wanders. Yeah, if like it's really open.
Yeah,
but like I've been locked down for over a month,
right?
And then like nobody else is doing shit, so I'm not getting that unless like it's just a random like incident from the grocery store. I don't know.
I'm telling you, my weekly trips to the grocery store got me like shook, bro. Like,
and they're shooketh,
bro. You don't even understand. Like, you know what it is now. You see one person cough, and that's it. I'm like, I'm going to the next store. Like, I've actually pulled that before, where I've gone to like a different grocery store, man.
Bro, you know what it is with me with the cough. I feel like I'm so much more understanding of it because like I smoke weed, so like I understand that like sometimes a cough can just be a cough. Fair. And like I'm used to just like hearing mad coughs in my house anyways. Everybody coughing all the time, so including myself. So I wasn't worried about it, but
fair.
Like I'm happy that my family will worry and take that shit super serious. Not that I'm not, but like they actioned on it. It was quick.
Yeah. Yo, that's funny how quick it was. I'm not gonna ask like specifics about vaccine, but I think people are starting to be a bit more optimistic now that we're getting more news about like vaccine rollouts and stuff like that, and we had a couple regions around us open up. So I think we were hitting that point too, where it was COVID fatigue. Like people are just like enough of this. So I think we're slowly seeing people start to have a bit more optimism into like this whole situation.
Man, COVID fatigue and winter blues is the combo.
That's it.
That sounds like a fire album. That's my drill album.
Yo, Yo, that we're calling something that like no one take that idea. That's gotta be something.
COVID fatigue and winter woos.
Woo! Okay.
Come on.
Okay. I like it.
Fuck. So we're I don't know. Like I feel like I'm kind of optimistic.
Yeah.
But like there's also like the other half of people that have been like pretty pessimistic about it, comparing when COVID will be over.
Yeah.
When we'll get detox, like Dr. Dre's album that has been promised for 20 years at this point, probably.
Yo, we'll probably get Rihanna's album before like COVID's over, bro.
Construction and Eglinton gonna think before COVID over.
I'm telling you, Certified Lover Boy will come out. Nah, I'm kidding.
Don't do that.
No. But there's one thing I was gonna say on that too. Is just like I was thinking back to a year ago this time, because now we're in that time frame. I'm one of those people who's a reflector. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely a reflector. So I always look at like, where was I a week ago this time, a month ago, now a year ago? I'm thinking
you were looking at it?
You know where we were, bro?
This
is our last social outing. Remember we went to a club. This was my last social year? Yeah. So it was my brethren. It was my brethren's 40th birthday. And we recorded that night, and then we went out to a club where he was celebrating. He had like bottles, all that stuff. Remember this? It was a nostalgia party.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
I'm telling you. And I ran into him.
So much fun, man.
I ran into my boy because it's his birthday, actually.
That was his birthday, yeah.
As we're recording this tonight, it was my boy's birthday. So shout out to Anders. But yeah, bro, like, so now I'm starting to play back a year ago this time. That night will forever live in my mind, because that was the last time I was actually out like that.
That was your last time out?
That was my last time out, man.
That's crazy. I remember that night because like it was one of those like where I wasn't planning on partying.
Yeah, I remember
that.
We recorded.
Okay, now I remember the full night. Holy, this was a good night. So I finished work. I organized the beer cart like I always do. So we was getting lit at the office. Then I had to dip out quick, and like I always feel bad to like leave a sick like ton up, especially with the work peeps. Like we just finished work. It's Friday. Possibilities are endless.
Yep.
So we ended up going to Monica's house, our homie. Shout out to Monica, and because we were gonna start recording our episodes at her apartment.
Yep.
That was like the first one that we.
That was the first one, man.
Fuck, I didn't not.
And the homie, who's there? Tremaine was there.
Yeah, Tremaine was on that pod.
Yeah,
and that was the first time we had him on, and that's when I was like, okay, this kid's got some talent.
He's got some game.
And then he also had his own party going on.
That's right.
So I was split between the two. I was like, okay, I wasn't even planning on going out with you guys.
Yeah,
I was planning on just showing face at Tremaine's spot.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened. I think just because there was some time.
Yep.
And I might have changed my mind and been like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go home. And then you guys convinced me to go pre-drink at Brandon's place.
Yep.
And then he had them fireball shots.
Fireball shots just took over the night.
Not like I knew, like it was just so weird. Like who like sings happy birthday or something? Is that what they do?
Yep. They sang happy birthday as we took the shots.
They sing happy birthday every time before, basically.
Pour out the shot, yeah.
Yeah, and so we had a few of those and then went to nostalgia, and that shit was rammed.
Dog, I'm telling you, like it's been a while since I was at a club event that was that packed.
I was on College.
Yeah, Revival.
We got the Revival. Yeah, we got there a little bit early too, so we ended up going to go grab drinks at another spot, like some random like resto bar.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. There was people there. We had an exchange, like all that stuff that happened that night is shit that cannot go on no more.
That's what I'm telling you.
I think there's a lit homie that was just like buying us drinks or something.
Exactly. Someone was buying us drinks. We're taking shots with people, taking drinks with people.
Yeah.
We don't even know. When's the next time you're gonna go up to a stranger and party like that, or like chill with them that you don't know?
2022. What are you talking about? I know the date. January 1st.
I'm gonna get a white guy high five. But no,
and then we got like a sick pic taken by some dude that I knew that I had partied with the week prior, because shout out to my boy Wayne Bridge. It was his 30th birthday. Damn. And I remember saying, this is the first 30th of the year and it's going to be an expensive year. And that was the last one.
Oh, hey, at least you save money. But yeah, it was crazy, man. I'm thinking about that night and just how crazy packed it was at that venue. Running into people I haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
The music was all throwback. So like, that's my vibe. And having to take care of my girl because she almost died that night.
Oh yeah, you had to leave early.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was early.
It wasn't early. It was like on time. It was on time.
Yeah.
Like if you were like, all right, I partied enough, I'm going home, I would have been like, that makes sense. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But it was early to me because I was like in the middle of it, and like you guys were on a wave just as I was, and all of a sudden.
Dog, what a time, man. What a time. So I've just been thinking about that.
You guys take turns.
Oh yeah.
You guys take turns dying.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ash, man.
Yo, definitely shout out to Ash.
Lit. You guys are
lit. Yeah. But that's what I've been thinking about, man. It's just like reminiscing on that a year ago this time. Where was I?
I think we're gonna do that a whole lot more on the next, maybe in two parts. That'll be the anniversary of when the world stood still.
Rico Bear. What is this?
Oh my God.
Catalyst.
Okay, but we'll stop. Don't remind me of that shit. Holy.
Yeah, man.
Where do we want to go?
Can I bring up one last thing on COVID before we jump away?
Okay.
Because there was something that was in the news, and I was like, yo, this is kind of weird, bro. Okay. I don't know if you heard about this, but so the Ontario government, our homie Timbit, Doug Ford, put millions of dollars into this like traceable wearable tech.
Oh my God. Yeah, I heard about that. Tell me more.
So I don't know the full story, but essentially, remember what the NBA players had to wear in the bubble where they had like that bracelet that like did contact tracing?
Yeah.
They're essentially investing millions of dollars into this in Ontario for Ontario residents to wear. So we can be, when you get close to someone, say you're closer than 6 feet, it's going to beep. It'll let you know, oh, you're too close. Or like it could tell if you've been around people who maybe have COVID or had COVID or whatever. Like
that's a Yahoo move, Doug.
Yeah.
That's a Yahoo move.
So you're not down for that, eh? You're not trying to get iced out like that?
A, no, absolutely not. B, it's just like, I just don't see what that's really going to do.
Right?
Like, I don't get what that's really going to do.
Just to let you know that you're too close to someone.
Exactly. Like,
come on, really?
But that's just a step ahead of what the app is that they have already available.
Exactly.
Because it already tells you that, like, you can download an app that does exactly that.
Yeah. So
that's why I think that's also on top of that, like a poor use of funds. Like, why are you going to allocate that kind of money to that? Like, if the money wasn't such if that price tag wasn't so high, maybe I'd be singing a different tune. I'd be like, all right, do whatever you want to do. If it's like something light, but like you're going to spend that kind of money in a time where mad people are suffering, mad businesses are suffering. Like there's so many things that are wrong and you're just going to put it there.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'll just say devil's advocate. Part of me is I feel a little bit sympathetic for certain policymakers and people in politics right now, because whatever they're doing is like instantly impacting people, and like you're forever etched in this situation. That is like, we're gonna remember this. Like this is not like sometime that happens every season. Like this is happening right now. We're all figuring it out.
Yep. That's so true. We are all figuring it out, but like spend it wisely, man. You know what I mean? You got to use your funds, use your resources wisely. Like people are out here asking for like sick days, just paid sick time, like put that money towards that or something. Like ain't nobody trying to wear this bracelet, bro. You can miss that. Miss me with that.
You brought up our boy Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play a little clip of a spoof that our buddy Mark Anthony did
Yes.
Doug Ford. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I did.
We told him on the pod that he should do it, and so he said it was already coming. So this is the first of a few he said that are going to come out.
Hi everyone, Uncle Doug here. I mean, I feel like I was just down here talking to you, Ontario. Like, I mean, the cases are running up, and my patience is running out. I mean, just this morning I went down to Tim's to grab 2 or 3 bacon and egg cheddar biscuits, and I saw these guys standing in the line, sack to crack, butts to nuts, bumpers to dumpers, and they weren't socially distancing. And I mean, they even had their masks under their freaking noses. I mean, I look over to my wife and I'm like, these guys are a few sprinkles short of a birthday cake Timbit. Now listen to me, Ontario. I know we like...
Bro, the way he talks is exactly Doug Ford. Yes. If you look at him, you're like, what? This guy's acting right now. Like, he's in his bag.
He nailed it. Oh, man. And the sayings. It's the... Yeah. I've never heard these sayings before.
And I don't know if he freestyles them or if he writes them down either. And Mark killed it because that's like, yep, Doug would say that.
Doug would say that. He didn't say
it, but he would.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, amazing. Yo, Mark is super talented, bro. That guy's
funny,
hilarious. Man. That guy is hilarious.
I find it hilarious that I looked at this guy and I'm like, Mark, you better do a Doug Ford thing. It's like, should I? It's in it's in post-production right now.
Yeah.
That shit's in post.
Little did you know. Yo, shout out to not Mark Anthony. Dude's hilarious.
So I want to play this. Should I do it now?
Let's do it.
Okay, fine.
All right.
It's a clip on advice on manliness. I don't know if you need this right now.
I think I'm pretty good.
Let's see.
If you can't find what you're looking for in a store, don't ask for help. Walk out. Be a man.
Why is that so accurate?
So I guess question one, is this you?
Yo, why is that so accurate though?
Is this you? And is this being a man?
Yo, why is that so accurate, bro?
Bro, like, you could look at his face. It was on top of that like 18 times funnier.
Yeah, I gotta find that. But oh man, why is that us? Why are we like this?
Especially if you're talking about like shit that we're supposed to know and like be knowledgeable about. Like if I was like, I don't know what it would be for me. Oh, basketball shoes.
Yeah.
I think basketball shoes or like clothing, maybe just shit that I know that I like.
Yeah.
If somebody came up to me and was just like, you should probably get the Kyries. Like, these are the ones that have this, and that. And I'm like, I don't want no fucking Kyries. Like, that would be me.
Fair. I've dead ass had this happen to me like probably a week ago, maybe. I had to go into Home Depot.
That's the example that they use, by the way. Continue.
Yo, this is a scenario. You feel like as a man, I don't know why, but as a man, you're supposed to go into that store and know exactly what you need, where it is, how to use it. Bro, I had no idea what I was looking for or what I'm doing, bro. I was looking for like a sealant and I'm walking around the store. My girl's with me. And like, of course, her first thing is, let's just ask someone where it is. Right. But me, I'm like, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm going to, bro. I spent like a good half hour to 45 minutes in the aisle, picking up things, looking at them. Is this what I need? I don't know if this is what I need, but I'm trying to play it cool. Like I know what I'm supposed to grab. Yeah, nah. I don't know why we're like.
I have another clip that goes exactly with what you're saying. It's from my spirit animal and my fake homie, Ron Swanson of Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
When he was shopping in a Home Depot, and this was his reaction.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
All right.
I love that guy. Shout out Ron Swanson, yo. Oh man.
So have you been in that situation where you literally actually just leave over getting the help though? Like, it's just like, you know what? I don't feel like talking to people. I'm going home.
Yeah. I've walked in and out of stores for that reason. Like, I don't like help when I'm going shopping. Like, I want to help myself. So if I can't do it, I'm out, bro. Like,
would you ever get a personal shopper?
No.
And for what? Like, you wouldn't like go into a store where like it's time to like get you some new drip and you're like, I'm getting a whole new wardrobe and like it's all like this is a store within your budget. I'm not saying we're going to Louis.
Damn. All right.
But I'm saying, unless you want to go to Louis, unless you got Louis money, you should get a new laptop first.
Oh, shots.
Would you get a personal shopper to like make the best choices for you, with you? I guess that whole experience.
In that circumstance, in that scenario, I think so. Like if I'm, let's say it's let's say I get a hosting gig. You know what I mean? We're trying to get in that hosting bag. So let's say I got a hosting gig and I got to get like new drip, new suit, whatever. For sure, I'm gonna go with like a stylist. I'm gonna go with someone and like, normally back in the day that would be my sister. Shout out to her. She's dope at that. But I would do that. I would get the personal shopper for that experience. But anything else, I'm a man. I'm gonna do it myself. What about you? You're gonna have someone like shop for you, shop with you?
No, because you gotta shop like Shaq. Hey.
Oh, okay.
I think like it just changes what the experience is. Like when I'm shopping, I like to move fast. I don't like I don't get items because I sat there and took my time and sifted through everything. I've sifted through everything, but I'm moving at lightning speed. So I'm not trying to have somebody keep up with me. And like, if anything is just like a second opinion, that's all that personal shopper would be for me. It would be like, I've gone through 100 things. I picked out 2 and I'm like, I think these are fire. And I think I came in here to spend $50 and this is taking me to 80. Which one do you think I should get? And it'll just be a second opinion. And honestly, it could be anybody. I could just ask somebody else shopping if it really comes down to it. Because I don't think I look for it or need it.
Yep.
But what my brother has taught me from when he worked at Golf Town is that there are men out there that will buy clothing off a mannequin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've seen this before?
Bro, I worked at Athletes World and Sport Check. Like I've seen this happen.
Disgusting. That is disgusting.
These guys will walk in, literally look at the mannequin and say, "Oh yeah, I want everything here."
That's disgusting. Like
But why is it disgusting? Isn't that what the mannequin's there for?
What are we? Like ants?
What do you mean? That's what the mannequin is there for.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm not saying, hold on. I'm not saying I've done it or I would do it. I'm just saying that's what the mannequin is there for, to inspire you, isn't it?
Inspo is one thing.
Okay.
Replication is something completely different. Do you think that I would buy anything off a mannequin?
Well, okay, let me ask you this. I'm going to answer your question with a question. Okay. What's the difference between a mannequin and a social media influencer? Someone on Instagram, because people do that. They will look at it.
Let me.
I want that.
Let me clarify first before I answer that question. What I meant when people buy things off of a mannequin, I meant that they take the top, the bottom, the hat, the socks, the shoes.
I know.
Say, give that all to me because I want to wear that outfit.
Yes, I know.
Fuck that. Are you insane? No mannequin dresses better than me. Are you crazy? That doesn't even make no sense.
So you got stock drip. You ain't got stock
like Shaq.
What you mean?
You ain't got no stock drip out here.
He can't do that. He's a megastar.
Okay. Mind you, I could pick out like 5 dudes that look like you, bro. We've already done this.
But they don't have my drip exactly. They might have my drip on the day. Like sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of these dudes look like me on their Saturday night out.
Oh, okay.
I'd be looking like me.
That's a Tuesday.
Monday morning. That's what I look like. What you mean?
Okay.
Reporting for duty.
This guy's feeling himself. No, it's hilarious though.
But no, I can't. You can't get the whole outfit. You can't get top to bottom. That's a violation.
That's a lot.
Like, I might have to like. If I caught one of my homies doing it,
yeah,
Patrick, you can tell me now and I won't be mad. But like, if I find out after,
hell no.
You sure you haven't bought?
I've never, nah. I've never bought head to toe every single.
You've never been to Old Navy and bought a cardigan off a man's back with the cargos. And
you're disgusting, bro. You're disgusting. This guy's disgusting. Bro, but I'm telling you, back in like my retail days, I saw guys do this, man. I've seen the Bob come in with the New Balance sneakers and really want that entire like Columbia set that's on the mannequin.
Yeah, so if you could put together what that demo is, what do they look like typically? Because I feel like it's the middle-aged white dude that could care less about what he looks like. Yeah. So and just doesn't have a reference point of where to start. So he just says, mannequin look good, make me look like mannequin.
Yep. It's gonna be the guy who's gonna come in with the de-stressed or relaxed jeans with the polo tucked in. And he might have over that polo, he might have a sweater on top.
Ew, that's exactly who I thought.
Yeah. It's those guys, man. And the fact that your brother said Golf Town, it's exactly those dudes. Remember Sears? They would be the ones to go to Sears and take off every single item off a mannequin. Like that's what they want.
My mom worked at Sears. Did you just say that?
Yeah, I didn't know she did. That's hilarious.
Oh, okay. But I never knew that because I don't think I've never worked retail, so I don't know.
Oh, bro.
I was popping popcorn, you know what I mean?
I feel like, okay, no, I was going to say that's a rite of passage, but you did movie theater. So you got to have one. You got to either do fast food, retail, or like a movie theater.
Movie theater was dope because it was all of it combined and just the best parts of them.
Right. And then you got free movies too.
Exactly. Like I got free movies. I got discounted food / free food.
Damn.
And like, it was perfect for dates.
Yeah. I was about to say,
but in the same breath, you can't show up to your theater.
Oh, you have to go to a different theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've only done, I was so lazy that I don't even know if I ever actually did that. But like, I know that like, I've probably brought girls who weren't my girlfriend, maybe one or two, to the movie theater because it felt so that weird to like.
Yeah.
Because I was even like going to movies by myself, like because I felt that surrounded by my homies because I would walk in, I was like, I know everybody that's working, they're all super chill or whatever. Like I go to the popcorn stand, everybody's like, yo, so what do you need? Just tell me, I'll just slide it to you. I'm not even punching this shit in.
Bro, it's the best. Like I worked in the mall. Shout out to STC, man. Back when you're a teenager and you're working at the mall, bro, you make so many different connects. Like I had connects in the movie theater.
Oh, word. That's true.
That's
y'all be networking.
Always. So like I go on like my 50-minute break because that's all they give you back in the day. So I go on my 50-minute break to the food court. I got a homie that works at I was gonna say Caribbean Queen, but that's not the spot.
Caribbean Queen.
Actually, no, it was Caribbean Queen. So my homie hooked me up with food there. Some white girl liked us. A bunch of us that worked at Sport Check, so she hooked us up at Subway. Bro, all you have to do when they come into your store, just give them a little nice discount. Yo, this is my cousin. This is so-and-so. And you're good, bro.
Fuck, I missed it. I never even worked in a mall in my life, so I missed out on that whole cross-contamination.
I'm telling you.
Blessings.
I'm telling you. And you make a homie at different store. So for me, I worked in Sport Check. I would have homies at Champs and Foot Locker. Because like when they got the drip, the shoes that I wanted, be like, yo, hold that for me. I got you on whatever we got. And we're good, man.
That's lit.
I'm telling you.
So you're still saying that you've never done the mannequin challenge?
That's what the mannequin challenge should have been.
That's the real mannequin challenge.
Nah, man, I got swag, bro. I don't need that.
This is a safe. Nobody's listening.
I was gonna say nobody's listening. Nah, bro, I'm good, man. I'm straight. But I feel like we know people who have done this.
I know a couple names. Yeah. Question for you: have you still not seen Malcolm and Marie?
No, sir. Okay. I know.
Can I ask why?
Listen, like I said, I was in a dark place at the beginning of the week. I've been watching comedies. I didn't want to watch anything heavy, so I've only been watching comedies for the past 2 weeks.
Okay. I think Malcolm and Marie, for those people who have not seen it yet and are kind of on the fence because they know that it probably is worth the watch at some point.
For sure.
It's not because I've been hearing people being like, I don't want to be triggered. They're like, I don't want to sit there and watch an argument. You know, like it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? It's like rounds. It's relatable. It's not triggering in a way unless like, I don't know. To me, honestly, like
unless you've been through some stuff.
Unless you've been through some serious shit in your relationship.
Yeah.
By serious, you can just only assume what I might be alluding to because I just don't want to even spoil shit.
Yeah.
But that movie is art. It visually is just pleasing. Every scene, you could just take a still and post that shit up in your room. Like that shit is just beautiful.
How much they paying you, bro?
Malcolm or Marie?
No, but for real, I will watch it. Don't like, I know I said this. I definitely will watch it, man. Like it looks like, just in terms of art, and like I love art. I love theater. I love like movies. I will watch this.
Especially as somebody who's appreciative of something like that. Like this isn't an indie film, basically.
Yeah.
It was financed by John David and Zendaya. Like they paid for it. This was done basically a year ago to this day because they started doing this at the upfront of the original lockdowns. There has one scene, black and white, just a couple going through their things after one of the most successful nights of John David's character in his life. And the music, the way, the pacing, the framing.
Okay.
Bro, as a creator, that shit was so inspiring.
Okay.
Like I be listening to the playlist and I don't listen to shit like that.
Ooh. Okay, you know how the way you're talking about this movie is how I felt about Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay, tell me more because I'm gonna do that this weekend.
That is Black excellence, man. Just like from beginning to end, all the actors involved, the music, the soundtrack, like that album that they put out to accompany that movie, amazing. Like it reminds me of Black Panther. You know how like Kendrick produced?
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
I saw a Sir song, so you know I knew a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yo, and the fact that I always butcher his name, but
Daniel.
No.
Lakeith Stanfield. That's the easy one, man.
No, it's the first name I always say wrong. But
you can say Lakeith.
Yeah. I think the rum hit me now. But the fact that he came out this week and said that he started going to therapy because that role was just heavy for him. It was a lot for him. Just tells you about how much they put into these characters. So the way you're talking about that, like Malcolm and Marie, that's how I feel about Judas and the Black Messiah. Honestly.
And like looking at it, like there's so many ways that movie inspired me, but like, it's just one of those that like, I feel like I want to act a little bit. Like it just wants me to get into my acting bag that I've never even tapped into. And guess what? I got like a bunch of cameras upstairs.
Let's do this, bro. Let's do this. You know, honestly, I miss it, man. Like back when we could watch plays, like I used to go out with my girl to see like either musicals or plays. I would reminisce because that's what I went to high school for, man. Like I thought that was going to be my lane. And for whatever reason, you know, I didn't go down that path. Not to say I can't now, but, I see people, like shout out to the homie Lamar Johnson who was in Your Honor, and like all these guys, and like, you know, we'll get them on eventually, but Shamir Anderson and those guys, when I see them doing stuff like that, and when I see actors, I'm like, yo, I miss this. I miss that lane,
bro. I can only imagine how you feel because I've never acted in my life. I've never even done improv. I've never done a class. I've never done nothing. Yeah. But like my girl, this is like her bag. Like,
okay,
she be in that stuff.
Yeah,
she's telling me about like classes she's had, or she was at like one of those production companies where like she's shared a scene with Anthony Hopkins. Her and Anthony Hopkins going back and forth. I'm like, oh my god, this is blowing my mind.
Whoa,
you know
what?
It's like she's like so. Odin, I never even put two and two together. You shared a scene with Odin? The All Father?
Damn.
And like I'm watching Snowfall right now, and I'm fully caught up. And I won't say shit because you need to watch.
Yeah. I'm definitely starting that.
Good.
Yeah.
But one of her homies is in snowfall, and I'm like, and then we're just watching, and she's like, oh, there go so and so. I know her from blah blah. I'm like, so these are just what makes that so relatable for me is that those are just people, and I'm like,
exactly.
I feel like I can get into that. Like I got a bunch of voices in my bag.
Yo, honestly, you could do voice acting, bro.
I want to do it. I might put that shit on Fiverr.
Hey, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. But nah, man, honestly, like it's so inspiring watching other people do great art. Whatever the platform is, it makes you feel like you could do it too. Or like at least try it or try whatever your medium is. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we're going to talk about that more in the next couple of weeks when we do that 1 year lockdown anniversary. But I do feel like what this time has really done is it's like unlocked my creativity that has just always been there and that I've pushed aside. And I think it's done that for a lot of other people where they're starting to see the world a little bit differently. They're starting to tap into their creative element, whatever that might be. I appreciate all kind of art. I'm like looking for like paintings for my room. I got
trust.
I'm becoming a plant zaddy, like all that shit.
Oh, you're starting that now?
Yeah, you know. I had the Henny bottles up, and like that wasn't like. It wasn't like a plan to just have Henny bottles in my room just on display.
Right.
Like, oh, look at what I have accomplished and defeated.
I am an alcoholic.
Shut up. So the Henny bottles was there because I wanted to make a Henny bottle bong. I want to make some Henny bottle glasses and stuff like that. Like just maybe just like even throw like just cut off the faces of the Henny and throw them on a canvas and make like a sick abstract art piece.
Okay.
But I didn't have any place to put them, so I just had them there. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm tired of looking at this shit. They're giving me like college dorm vibes, and I replaced them with some. Replace them with some plants.
Okay. Yo, I got someone I can recommend for you if you're looking to get into plants. She can teach you all you need to know about plants, man.
Are you gonna tell me my mom?
No. One of our listeners.
I thought you were trying to be funny. I'm like, okay, here's the joke. Yeah, growing with Natalie, she'll do it for you. I follow her on Instagram.
It was too easy though. It was too easy. Like I don't want to take that one. No, that's good, man. That's good. Honestly, like I'm glad you're finding your creative outlet, you know, in your voice. As people say, but no, it's good, man.
Speaking of creativity, we have a special guest that is joining us right now.
Hey, okay, let's go.
Let's see.
I feel like it's like a surprise, even though we know who's coming, but it's like,
just want to
who's at the door?
Quickly it happened.
We should do that. We should just have random people pop up. Hey,
what's going on, Keysha?
What's going on?
Hey guys, how are you?
Building.
Hold on. You live on the pod, so we got to make sure that we give you a nice intro, right?
Yeah.
I know you just hop in, but you're like, oh fuck, what's going on? And you're like, we're already live, like literally,
legit. So
we have singer, rapper, poet, songwriter, Keyshia Freshh in the building. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Some applause, some sound effects, all of that.
Yeah, all of that. Give her flowers.
Oh, I'm gonna do that because we set this up because Patrick wouldn't.
Wow, thanks. Appreciate that.
Nah, you did say 2 years ago. You was like,
Hey, but we're here. You know, it's the COVID. Like I just blame COVID for everything.
Okay.
No, I only do that also on top of that because of how you did. This was me and my mom when I had my mom on my pod.
Yeah.
She's like, it's only been taking 2 years to get on the pod.
Aw, you guys are terrible. Jeez.
I'm like, we're trying to build something.
Exactly. We wanted to get to a certain point before we bring you on here. You know what I mean?
All right, I can go for that.
There you go. But honestly, how have you been? I know you've been busy. We saw you. We can get into that a little bit, but saw you recently on some social media platforms, plug in some piece that you did actually. But how have you been? Like, what's been going on with you?
Oh man, I'm chilling. This is I can honestly say this is super different for me because I'm so used to traveling.
Yeah.
So being this grounded and like home, it's just so weird, but it's a blessing, I guess. I was able to do some things that I've been procrastinating on. So yeah.
So no trips to Miami, Atlanta,
right?
LA.
None of that. No Houston.
I mean, I will. I'm not gonna like sit here in front. I was in Atlanta in December. I had some stuff to do there, So I zipped out there for 2 weeks, just really quickly. But other than that, I mean, I'm someone who's like I travel every weekend and for long periods of time. So to just only take one trip in a year, it was like, yo,
it's killer.
I don't know, it's unfamiliar.
Most definitely.
Dare I ask what the last trip was?
You said what?
What was the last trip?
Before Atlanta?
Yeah.
I went to Vegas
in
February 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
So like this is probably
so like last year this time.
A year ago.
Like literally I would have gotten back from Vegas on the 24th.
Damn.
And I got home and went straight to the hospital because I was so sick.
Oh, damn. Was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't COVID, was it?
They weren't doing the COVID test at that time unless you came from Iran, Italy, or China. So they just like, oh, you just have pneumonia. But now my doctor's kind of like, I think you had COVID coming back from Vegas. Cause like I've never been that sick in my life.
That is crazy. That is crazy. But at least you're here. You made it through,
I know. I just got my negative test today, so I feel
you.
Fresh out. I'm fresh out.
Fresh out like Bobby.
So I guess we wanted to what Patrick kind of alluded to is you had a little moment with TSN.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, and that was for Angela James. Was basically, if people don't really know, like myself, because I'm not really big into hockey, so I just found out not too long ago. But she's basically the Wayne Gretzky of hockey, as people describe.
Like
what was that?
Hockey?
Yeah. What was that like? That whole being part of something like that.
It was really dope because I had so much creative freedom with that project. A friend of mine, Kwame Damon, he hit me up and was like, yo, fam, it was so hilarious.
It all starts with a yo, fam.
I'm telling you, it was the most hilarious thing. So like, he calls me and he's like, yo, fam, I just talked to TSN. He's like, do you know who Angela James is? Because I need you to do a piece. Like, I just pitched you to TSN to do the spoken word piece. He's like, yeah, I told him you can do spoken word. He's like, yo, can you do spoken word? You pitched me.
That's how you do it, though. But that's how you do it.
He's like,
that is.
He's like, I don't care. I sold you right away. He's like, I don't care. He's like, as soon as they told me the idea that they had of wanting to do something for Angela James, I told them I had the perfect person. So he was like, right away, I reached out to them. I reached out to you. So he connected me with them, and it was kind of fast. Like the timeline between having it like written and like put together and actually shooting was like a couple days. So
oh wow.
For me, memorizing a song is different because you're actually memorizing something over a beat. It's way easier to memorize a spoken word piece that was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That was like so it was so challenging, but it was so important, so I studied it. I kept working on it. The day we shot, it was actually this amazing family who I'm still connected with. It's their backyard. That I think is in their backyard.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So, a really amazing family. So, we went and we shot there. We had some of the girls come out and play hockey, like it was in the video and stuff. And Angela James was there. She got there before I did, and she left before I got there, so I didn't get to meet her.
Oh man.
So yeah. So I did my piece. We were basically, when you see like in that TSN clip how I'm like, there's like different shots. We were chasing the sun because the sun was going down.
Of course.
So like the reason we were in different areas is because like the sun was over there,
Yeah.
So when that, we finished that, and they're like one of the most, I've worked with a lot, big labels, big brands and stuff, but that was so easy. Like the whole process was just effortless, dealing with the
so
producer
fast,
with everyone, it was just super, super, super effortless and easy. And I was like, okay, this is dope. So then like we wrapped in like an hour, and then they were like, okay, cool. Like I was like, when does this come out? They're like February 19th. I'm like, okay. And it's like leading up to it, I wasn't hearing anything. So I emailed the guy. He's like, yeah, February 19th. Like, don't worry. Like, you're going to see it everywhere.
It's like, I got you, fam.
So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So like, I'm waiting. And then February 19th came, and then boom, it was literally everywhere. And then he emailed me like, yeah, it's also going to be on SportsCenter at this time. It's going to play for the rest of the month. Like, everything was so dope. And then Angela actually called me the Saturday after it came out. And you know, I got to talk to her, and, you know, we both got to speak to each other. And I was just basically like, yo, thank you for not taking, you know, a lot of growing up, she dealt with a lot of racism. A lot of people saying women shouldn't be in hockey, like a whole bunch of sexism. And I said, thank you for not letting those things change you. Like, thank you for continuing to be who you are and allowing look at how many young Black girls are in that clip. Like, those are the barriers you broke down for them, you know? So it was amazing. It was dope, man. And it's still continuing. Today she was honored. I think they're giving her the order of the hockey, like, and she's being inducted and getting the order of hockey. And so they announced that today. So like, I'm just happy she's getting her flowers. Like, that's really big for me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did not know who she was until I saw this piece. So, which is nuts. You know what I mean? We grow up in this country that loves hockey, right? But you never really hear the story of Angela James, right? So, like, thank you for bringing that to light. Honestly, like for being a part of that and for telling her story. And you guys have a connection too, right? Like, you both went to Seneca.
Yeah. So basically, like she said, we're connected in so many ways because when my parents migrated to Canada from Guyana, my whole family, when they migrated here, they migrated to Flemington Park.
Okay.
And so my mom actually remembers Angela when they were young at the community centers and stuff like that.
Wow. That is
crazy. So there's that. And then, she graduated from Seneca. I graduated from Seneca, and she actually taught there when I went there.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So it's just crazy to me. And like, you know, I was having a conversation with this young man, and he was like, yo, where else in the world can a male hockey superstar have to be home reffing kids' games and stuff and doing, you know, unless if they wanted to, cool, but like as a job, you know, like they would be so celebrated and they would be like everywhere and wouldn't have to work a day in their life, you know, kind of thing. And I just feel like you said, a lot of people didn't know about her. A lot of people messaged me and called me. I'm like, yo, I've never heard of this, who she is. Like, and so it was an important story to tell because now more people know about her. And I just hope more things. I want to see a movie about it. You know, like, I want more things to come.
No, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Soundtrack for that movie too when that comes out.
That freak me out, like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
so I mean, like in talk, like us talking about blowing that shit up. Is it weird that if I play like a little clip? Like, are you comfortable listening to your voice
absolutely.
or what? Let's do it. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure before I just drop that shit.
What does history look like? Is it a child of two different worlds? Is it looking for belonging? Is it looking for an outlet to self-discovery? What does history look like? Is it being better than average, but the world not seeing past my circumstances? Is it being too Black to be great, but too great to not play? So being left out after a big game, after a big game, after a big day? What does history look like? Is it faster than everyone?
A breakaway for James.
Stronger than it's ever done? Is it record-breaking plays, or is it derogatory comments after every game? What does history look like? Is it changing the rules to exclude my excellence? Is it redesigning defense for my unbeatable offense?
That's crazy. My question to you, because I know you mentioned like what it was like to just like remember something that quick and memorize something that quick and do it. Like, you have to also deliver that with a cadence, and there's no beat.
Yeah. You are
Talk about that. Talk about that.
Everything you're seeing was built backwards. So people were like, oh, like, that's so cool, like how the timing worked. And I'm like, man, I didn't know how the timing was going to work because the way that it's chopped up there is not how I recorded it. You know what I mean? Like, I recorded it. I recorded 2 minutes and 30 seconds of. There's some things that I recorded that actually didn't make the take. You know, the spacing. So the clips of her playing and the cheering and stuff, and like some of the announcers talking, those were added after. So they kind of chopped up what I was saying and spaced it out to add these different effects into it. So it was like literally just me in my room with my mic, just giving my all, and it was natural because I was genuinely in that emotion, that feeling of what does history look like, you know? So it was me, like I did maybe 4 or 5 takes and I sent them all to the producer and he chose the best one that he liked. And then when we went to the ice and did it, I was worried because I'm like, man, what if what I do today doesn't visually match up with what I recorded?
Right.
And he's like, hey, he just kept saying, don't worry about it. You're good. He's like, don't worry. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So they mic'd me up. So I don't know if they end up using the audio from the day or like, I don't even know. But it sounds amazing. And like, it worked. So
that's wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I just freestyled a little bit just on the intro of this podcast. I was trying to don't even call that freestyle. Don't even call that freestyle. Actually, don't call it a freestyle because I don't want you to hold me to it because that doesn't exemplify what would be on my prospective SoundCloud link that has not dropped yet. But question for you, because I want to bring it back to our conversation before you got on. Actually,
let's talk about that.
I'm convinced that Patrick has purchased a whole outfit off of a mannequin.
Okay, here we go. This guy.
Is that nasty?
Like physically off the mannequin, or like
so like
the mannequin
say you walk in to, I don't know, where do you go shopping like for any kind of like clothing?
That's a good question.
Where would you
go?
Tommy Hilfiger.
Tommy Hilfiger. Okay. So say you walk into Tommy, and before you walk in, you see the glass with all the different Tommy mannequins, and you see homie with the stripes and the khakis, and you're like, give me all of that right now.
Would you?
Is that nasty?
like personally, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
But I know people who do that. So
you know, like people know these people. You. I don't know these people.
People do that, bro.
People do it. Shopping off the mannequin. So people, because remember, mannequins are styled by stylists or like people in the store that so.
Visual merchandisers.
What brings you into a store is sometimes what you see on the mannequin outside.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with that being the draw or an inspiration, but if you're telling me that head to toe I'm looking like a mannequin, this is disgusting.
Funny.
So
listen, I won't knock, but I wouldn't.
just to set the record straight, because Shaq's not giving me the whole story. I've never done this personally, so I don't want you thinking that I'm walking into Tommy Hilfiger and I'm buying like off the mannequin. Like that's not me.
No, because that's what I was thinking.
See how you try to set me up? That's not me, Shaq. I don't do that.
Yeah, but you were arguing for those that are like that.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna play the other side.
There are people like that. He's not wrong. Like,
yeah, I worked in retail.
It does not mean that they're right because they're absolutely wrong.
Hold on. Okay,
how do you not have a brain to think for your own drip? Like you can't just walk into a place and just say, "He looks great. Let me just dress like that guy." Exactly like that guy.
You just drip when you wake up. But there are people in this world. There are people in this world who don't. So.
I know, but like that's like no imagination. That's the thing. Like it's one thing to like dress a certain way and you decided, and I just look at it and I'm like, that looks gross. I don't like your style at all. But you put it together yourself. That's art.
Yo, it's art, man. It's like Serge Ibaka said, it's art,
I get it. I get both sides, but I'm not gonna knock them, like it's okay.
Right? There's people out there, they need a little help. That's all they need. Yeah. And that's what the mannequin's there for. Just to give them a little help.
Yeah. And confidence. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Speaking of confidence, let's talk about a guy who's been removing people's confidence.
Ooh.
You guys heard of this dude, Kevin Samuels?
No.
Is he the guy that just be roasting men on his?
And women, everybody, yeah,
Everyone.
and they be calling in.
I watched the video. See, misery loves company. Like, if you are gonna pick up the phone and call that man, yo, I watched one video of him and he was totally going in on this one guy. And I'm like looking at him talking and I'm like, dude, I would walk right past you. Like if I ever seen you, I wouldn't look twice at you. So you're telling him this. Meanwhile, you're not lobster dinner, like, you might be the
he's happily married.
Jeez. Hey, there's someone for everyone.
That's the thing. But then, because he hasn't been on the market for a while, he doesn't understand half of the things that he's saying to people. And it's like, yo. And then he's just rude. And it's I guess for the views, it makes sense.
So, yeah, exactly. So the thing about Kevin Samuels is like, I don't know him to do anything prior to all of this type of content. So I think he's pretty much just an influencer. And this is like the stuff that he does, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But his shtick, if you will, is that he's going to give it to you raw, unfiltered, and tell you shit that you don't necessarily want to hear in order to, I guess, potentially better you or change your mindset that might be unrealistic. So I'm going to play a clip of him talking to this one dude. It's about a minute long, so it should give you a good idea, because I don't like playing little 10-second clips that are, might
take it out of context.
Exactly. I'm trying to give you enough context to make your decision on, like, is this guy for the greater good, or is this guy just like a little too much?
All right, let's see.
You're not the dominant alpha male or the super select guy. The only way you're going to end up becoming pre-select is by approaching women.
So women can tell I'm not getting no play?
Anybody, all 462 people in the chat room can tell you ain't getting no play. That's the energy you're getting. Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
I weigh about...
To what?
Depending on the day, between 280 and 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Oh, man.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
How many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, when minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You got a big dick?
Yo. I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit.
Oh, man.
Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean...
You don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
Oh, man.
Is this guy a super villain, or is he necessary evil?
Like, listen. This is the crazy part. I get the message.
Yeah.
I hate the delivery. Like,
okay.
I understand him trying to basically say, like, you know, people have all these standards for dating and stuff like that, but they don't check the boxes. I get that. But you don't have to talk to people like that. Come on.
Yeah. He took that kind of far. He took that kind of far.
That's so mean.
But he's not wrong.
But like,
not wrong.
These people at this point, like homie right here, he knows what he's getting into calling in.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing. You're basically agreeing to get roasted if you call it him. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's just so rude. I don't. Yeah. I get secondhand embarrassment listening to things like that.
For sure.
Do you think that he's got to deliver it like that to some people to really like shake them, recalibrate them a little bit? Because like this is not the only one that I've heard where he's talking to somebody where they have unrealistic expectations. I heard another one where there was a woman who I think might have been like in her mid 30s, had a couple kids. I don't think she was like from their banter, he came to the assumption that she was not really that attractive, but she had expected that her partner had to come through with 6-figure salary and got to look a certain way and be a certain way, and he was just like, "Are you serious?" And then he kind of came at her with this energy. So I don't. Is he necessary evil? Like, do you have to deliver it this way to humble people sometimes?
Yeah, I think he delivers it that way for the audience. I don't think he started that way. I think that's what drives people to listen to him. So he knows he has to like perform for the viewers. For sure. But I mean, listen, if people know what they're getting into and they're calling in still, then hey, if it's helping them, then good on him.
I think he has to do it though. Like, yeah, for sure. There's like some bit of performative ism to it, but like he's got to do it though. Like some people just need, we have a saying, some people need to feel it before they hear, so you have to give them some tough love, come at them with some harsh words, else some people just don't hear it, man. Their ears are hard.
You're so listening.
I know. Honestly, I was about to say something about the way he talked too. I'm like, yeah, because all I heard, I wasn't going to hear the West Indian part. I heard the ever since our pod with my boy Alex from LA. Yeah. This guy, he heard this guy say snow. Like snow Allegra.
Shout out to her. Yo, you know what it is? I live with my pops, man. My pops is like 70 odd, has thick Jamaican accent. I can't help it, man. I'm slowly becoming him. This is sad.
Great. Yeah, I've never been to LA. That's all. I gotta take a trip there.
Oh damn!
Oh really?
Yeah, you got to go out there.
Never.
I've been taking trips through the pandemic. But you know what I'm talking about.
I see you. Yes, absolutely, 100%. I see. Living your best life in shorts on the beach. Yes.
Right. I mean, not anymore. Trudeau made that shit expensive.
Yeah.
Stay your ass home.
Yeah, they definitely are trying to deter people, but I'm learning that it's all really smoke and mirrors, and I don't have the bandwidth to test them, but I've been seeing, and they're giving out. They're not, people are just walking out the airport, and they're not like finding them. They're giving them fines, but they're not detaining them. They're letting them go.
Yep.
And then they're giving them $800 fine
versus
but
the $2,000
then those fines
stay.
Aren't sticking in court.
Exactly.
You can fight too. Yeah.
They're not. None of them are sticking. Zero has stuck in court. So. It's like I think they're just saying these things to deter people, but the people who are actually going through the process,
they're gonna still do their thing. Yeah, I saw today. What was it? Like people were like that actually stayed in the hotel. Were complaining, like a bunch of them in the lobby, being like they haven't received food or drink for a while.
No nourishment.
Wow.
So how are you gonna tell me I have to stay here and then you're not gonna feed me?
You're gonna
at my own dollar on my own dime?
That's crazy. Yo, I heard how people were getting like, how they say the test could take 72 hours, so you got to stay for 3 days. People got their test back in a day or 2 days, and they still charged them for the full 3 days. So they couldn't get their money back. They were free to leave the hotel from like day 2, but nope, you got to pay for those.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So is it 3 days at $2,000 or is the whole stay at $2,000? I need to figure that out.
I think it's up to like the full 14 days could be like $2,000.
Wow.
I read 3 days for $2,000.
Okay.
I read that in the Globe and Mail yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody has the facts yet.
But it's purpose. It's purposely.
Exactly.
Like it's because they don't want people to just be confused. Because if you're confused, you're like, yo, I'm not gonna
do it.
Yeah.
Fact. Right. But I'm like, what hotel is $3,000? Like, am I staying at the Ritz? Like, what hotel is $2,000 for 2 days or 3 days? Like,
exactly.
I'm not by the airport. Those airport hotels are dirt cheap. That's where you go. Well, never mind.
They are.
Like, Yeah.
Yeah. Under $100 a night.
know about
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I know nothing about that, but
I know something
heard.
about it, and it's only because no, it's for a good reason though. It was for our boy's wedding, and it was near.
yeah. It was by the airport. Yeah.
And I ended up getting a room that was like a bill something, and it had like a whole jacuzzi and all kind of shit. Like it was the party room for everybody to come.
Okay.
Actually, that's true. That was a lit room still.
Yeah, you guys came through because it was attached to the venue. It was lit. Anyways, let's stop reminiscing.
I know.
Stop reminiscing about congregating.
Hold on, I want to bring it back to something real quick because since we got Keysha on here, and I definitely be seeing the kicks and the drip on IG. So I gotta ask you a question. Oh, see, look at that.
Wait,
look at the flex. Hold on, do that again.
What was that? How do you do that? How do you store it? Where do I get that?
Bro, you don't have enough shoes for that.
So there used to be a store called it was called Solution. Well,
yes,
it still is. They're still Solutions.
They're still around,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Solutions was by my house, and they sold these. They don't sell these anymore though. They stopped selling these like 3 years ago, which really upset me. So I had to order them from America from the Container Store, and it was $10 per box. Plus
$10 for
shipping.
Plus $50 shipping.
How many do you order at one time?
You better order 50.
I would get the stack of 6 because it's either 1 or 6. If you ordered the 6, you get like $2 off, something like that, right? So I would get the stack of 6, which was it came up to like around 50 something bucks plus the shipping. So you're paying $100 every time you do this, and so it just got really expensive. Just for 6 boxes, you're paying $100. It got really, and then they were coming damaged. So I would constantly have to write into them and say, "Hey, like my box came damaged," because they came put together. So they would have to like send me a new one, and it got annoying. So I stopped buying.
What's the running total that we at right now?
For shoes or boxes?
Shoes. We don't care about the boxes as much.
We don't care about boxes.
It's quick maths.
Well, because it's in the closet.
Dude, XY axis.
Yeah, exactly. Just like carry the 3.
I'll tell you what. These right here are about 500 right now, and these are my beaters.
Word flex.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay. I thought we were talking like quantity. I didn't know you wanted price.
No. Oh, you're talking about quantity.
Yeah, like how many
shoes do I have?
I'm not talking. Yeah.
What are you at? Like 2?
I thought you were trying to make me. I thought you wanted me to total how much.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
You ain't gotta put it out there.
Quantity.
We're not trying to send anybody over your way.
You're in triple digits.
I am.
Okay.
I would say about 2 right now.
Okay, thought so. Damn.
Listen.
Damn.
I'm close. I mean, I might be like.
Wait, for real?
Not that close. Probably like.
I was about to say.
Probably about like 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But like, I think, because like, there's a lot of aspiring sneakerheads out there.
Yes.
And I don't think like, and a lot of them are like, they're of like our age group, right? And I think my first word of advice to them is you should have been collecting already.
Oh yeah, you can't start.
Because I look at my collection, and because I'm a part-time sneakerhead. I'll tell you that for real. I'm not going to be the one to say, "Yo, I got the Travis Scotts." I don't give a fuck about that. I do not own Yeezys. I do not. I stopped collecting Jordans when I was in high school.
Oh, so you ain't a sneakerhead?
No, I just find good shoes for the low that are name brand.
He likes. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, being a sneakerhead is not. That's why I love that there's 2 distinctions now. There's sneakerhead and there's hypebeasts, because being a sneakerhead is not, to me, about owning, all the dopest Yeezys and stuff. Like that doesn't make you. If you have money, you can.
It's easy.
Get you some Red Octobers. You could do that.
Can you tell me what the Flu Games mean? Can you tell me why the cements are so important?
Story?
Like, yeah, like. Why did you want this person when you were 6? Like you have those kind of stories. Like those are the sneakerheads to me. And being an adult and being a sneakerhead for me is basically getting shoes I wanted as a kid. Is me living my childhood dreams, you know, is me.
So what would you call me?
I would say that I haven't seen what you have. Like,
no. Okay, just sorry, go ahead.
What's your favorite shoe in your collection?
I love the breads. I love those are my favorites.
You're a classic guy. That's a classic shoe. That is a shoe to be proud of. If you
those are my favorite shoes of all time, for sure.
Thank you. And most people who really actually just care about, like, I think sneakers are art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people who care about the shoes, they'll have the same kind of sentiments. Like, who doesn't love a pair of breads? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people who I know who are sneakerheads who are like, I don't like breads, but the significance of the breads,
you have to respect it.
I have to respect
That's it for me.
So.
That's it for me. Like, I'm not a Jordan guy. Like, I own maybe a couple pairs of Jordans, but I'm not a Jordan guy. But like, I will respect what each of those represent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Patrick's a team Jordan guy.
Ah, shut up. Get out of here. This guy,
Team Jordans?
not even. I hate this guy. This guy's capping so hard, man. But no. Honestly,
well, maybe don't let me get a warrant into your house, bro.
Honestly though, I'm more of like, I'm a 95 guy, man. I love my Air Maxes. Like, I was an Air Max dude. So Air Max Day, I love that. I'll break out a pair of Air Maxes. You'll catch me rocking those always. But like, that's where my thing is. I'm an Air Max dude. You know, I stay in that lane.
Do you guys have shoes that you thought would be the ones that you would love aesthetically or comfort wise, and they just turned out to not be it? Like, to me, I'll tell you, when I first saw a pair of Roches, I was like, oh, let me buy up every single fucking color. This is going to be the one. I bought they're like the cool gray color.
Yeah.
That's the only one I have. And I'm like, these feel like sandpaper on my feet. I hate it.
They have no grip. Grip rubs off.
I hate those shoes. You can't. I can't work out in them.
Nope.
They're not comfortable to just kick it in it.
The grooves on the inside
it makes no sense.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
That shoe though.
Yeah.
Had a crazy run for like
2 years. Like, 2 years maybe.
Yeah. I recall vividly how that shoe just was everywhere. And I remember like I'm like, I have to get a pair of like these shoes. And then I remember I was cleaning out my sneakers and I found my pair and I was like, what the hell were we thinking? Like, why
Honestly.
Why was this shoe like so
no
great?
comfort?
It was so weird. Yeah.
None.
I agree with you on that. I agree. For me, what can I say it was? You know what? For me, it's the shell toes. It's the Adidas shell toes.
Really?
Yeah. I agree with you, and I'm so happy I never actually bought a pair.
That was my. I liked them.
They don't look comfortable.
I keep buying them, hoping that like the pair I got just wasn't comfortable. Like
yeah.
Like for some, because I want to love. Like, I've had so many pairs of shell toes growing up, but I don't know if they're made differently now. I don't know, but just something changed and they don't feel the same. Like, I just keep getting rid of them. And then the thing is, I get an Adidas tracksuit and then we have a show. So then I go buy a pair.
Exactly.
And then I have it and then I get rid of it. And then it's a cycle that I'm trying to break. But yeah, the shell toes are, that's for me. Like, I want to love them, but I can't.
I feel like for sure, like the quality might have actually gotten worse. I wouldn't be surprised. Just you can't tell me that the shell toe didn't get worse when the McChicken did. You know what I mean? The McChicken got smaller, so the shell toe got worse.
The shell toe, everything got worse.
Do you think the McChickens got smaller?
They're smaller.
They're tiny.
I didn't get that much bigger.
They're tiny.
Your hand might have gotten bigger.
No. They're tiny. They're tiny.
Don't
I had a McChicken today.
Food is shrinking. Like, all of our food. I grabbed a pack of Oreos the other day, and that was like tiny, minuscule. Like,
you know what? You guys are right.
Yeah.
Have anybody seen a pack of Smarties, a box of Smarties lately?
They're short. They're short.
They're
now.
this big. They're literally this big.
But they give you like the 4 lanes or some shit.
It's less. Lanes. It's still like, now they're taking up space in the box. Lanes. Like, I'm like, yo, the Smarties fits in my hand. I'm like, this is great. Why are these things and we're still paying premium for it?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Food is shrinking.
On the sneaker front though, for me it was the pair of Blazers. So I got a pair of
Blazers I
got a pair of Blazers that were like, I don't even remember where I found them. Probably S'il vous plaît. And like, I really wanted to like these things, but I've worn them maybe 3 times since I've had them, just because I think I have flat feet, so they don't work for me at all. But I'm like, man, they look so good. But like,
I have flat feet. I love blazers.
It doesn't hurt?
I know I go half a size up, but I absolutely love blazers. I love the way it looks.
That's what I'm saying. The look is. I love
so it might not be a long everyday all day wear.
yeah.
Do you have
photo op?
Yeah. Do you guys have, like, speaking of that, do you guys have a shoe that you knew going into it, it was definitely not your size, but it fit just enough that you could say that, like, yo, I can do this for an hour and a half? Because, like, for me, I'll start. Mine was the Mellows, like the original Mellow ones.
I know. Was it black and blue?
I know. I got the white and orange ones.
Oh.
I'm a size 11. I got that size 9.5.
What?
Why would you do that to yourself?
For a good hour.
Your toes are crying for pain, bro. They're like,
I was in high school, and to me, I was like, yo, I'll show face in a party. It's nothing.
Jeez.
For me, I say it's these, because these are 7.
Oh, the 4s?
Oh, okay.
And I wear a size 8, so.
And those are what, sorry?
7?
They're
whole
7.
size
Oh,
down.
okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah. It's not, but it's like you wear it with socks, and it's a wrap. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't really wear them much, but I wanted them that bad, so I got the size.
Exactly. Sometimes you can only get that one size. So you're like, you know what? The price works for the size.
Right.
For me, I got those for under $100. So I was like,
that's proper.
I'm taking these.
That's proper.
Or like sometimes people give, like, my one of my aunt's girlfriends back in the day, and she was a tall lady. She was a sneakerhead, so she gave me like a white and silver 11s.
Okay.
Not the cool grays, white and silver 11s, and some white and baby blue 6s.
Okay.
Those are both like maybe a size, half size small, but you gotta make them work.
Yeah, you make it work.
This is what you have to do.
What about when it's too big? Because like I've had that.
You can't go too big.
I've had that happen. I had that happen to me, and like I creased the hell out of those shoes, man.
I know. Keysha does it too big sometimes.
No, I don't. I was in New York, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was at the Foot Locker, and I didn't realize the shoe that I thought it was a women's release. So I was telling him I need a size 10 I needed a size 9 in women. Meanwhile, the shoe was a men's size 9. I didn't realize this until after I bought it, and I was already back at my hotel. So it's these, and they're a size 9.
How big of a difference is that for you?
That's like 2 sizes bigger.
I wear size 8. I wear size 8 men, and these are 9, so it's a size bigger. So it's not like terrible, but I don't wear those much.
Nah,
because it's like clunky.
You can't walk in that. I had a pair of Timbs that were like that.
Timbs?
Oh shit! Yeah, so, I had a size 12 Timbs. I know that.
So this is the thing. Like when you're growing, my feet got up to a 13 at one point. So I'm like, yo, I could rock these Timbs in a 13. Hell no, I could not move. Like I felt like I was literally having to pick up my leg to take a step. Like, yeah, it was gross. I gave those away. I
had a cousin. Are so heavy that you don't want extra bulk.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And they were nice too, man. I gave them to my cousin. You know Mars G?
Oh yeah, so, DJ Mars G.
DJ Mars G. So he's like, at the time, he's like 6'5" now, but at the time I think he was probably like 6'3", 6'4". I'm like, yo, cuz, like, Merry Christmas, take these. And I love these things. I'm like they were my like favorite. Yo, like 2 months in, this guy mashed them all. Like salt stains, everything, crease. I'm like, bro, how?
If I ever like gave a hand-me-down to somebody and I saw that, like that would hurt.
Man, it hurts.
I give all my Jordans that I don't wear anymore to my nephew. So, and he at the time he was in grade like 7, 6, 7.
Oh, he was a cool kid then.
So he had like true blue 3s and like I gave
you got to educate him before he wear them though, so he can at least speak to it.
I didn't. I taught him how to clean shoes. I didn't, but I gave him the Bread 13s as well. and a couple ones. And I was like, man, these are yours. And then I remember I seen him with the True Blues, and I was like, what did you do? What were you doing? Like, were you playing soccer in that? Like, what were you doing?
Right? These little kids don't know.
Yeah, man, it's okay.
That's why I got budget shoes, man. I had like
budget shoes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell this story, but I once had a pair of Brooks. Yeah.
I can look at you and believe that because I feel like you have a variety. No, I mean like in the sense of variety. Like you would have a variety of shoes.
I do. I've got various brands, but
tell me a little bit more.
What do you mean by that?
Listen, this is when, I was little. I wasn't buying my own clothes or my own shoes. So moms did what she thought was best. And, it was in the budget.
By way.
And yeah, definitely came home with a pair of Brooks. Imagine going to school in Vern with Brooks. Like, yeah, that was a hard year, man.
Yeah, did you guys? Yeah, I think I might have had that moment too. I think everybody did. Like whether it was
everybody did. Yeah,
Exco or
yep.
Like the Exco jeans was nasty, and I don't know why they made the Bulldogs so damn big. I feel like they wanted you to get beat up.
Facts.
But everybody else had them too, so.
I don't know, man. I was around some cool kids.
That's the thing. Yeah, I was around.
I don't know how these kids are so cool in Jane and Finch. Like, how do they have all this stuff?
Right.
And so I literally would I would only wear my Exco jeans if my shirt would cover the fucking Bulldog.
Except you got the Exco shirt.
Sometimes I would never get the shirt. You got always get the bottoms. Always get the bottoms.
You have to be able to hide the bottoms. Yeah.
Exactly. Or they would have the loop on the side of the pants where it would say Exco jeans on it.
Yep.
Scissors.
Nasty.
Scissors. I can't let people know I was lacking.
Yo, Keysha, were you rocking the baby fat? I feel like you were a baby fat girl. Like you had that baby fat bomber jacket.
No, I didn't. I wasn't into that really. I didn't have.
You had the Dora the Explorer backpack though.
No, I didn't like the small backpacks. I've always been a JanSport person. I've always
black.
JanSport's ones are the real ones.
I had JanSport and duffel bag because I played basketball, right? So I was literally in sweatsuits all day and like duffel bags and backpacks and just to carry my sneakers around. But other than that. I didn't do like a baby fat farm. I didn't have a pair of fat farm. I didn't have a pair of fat farm shoes. I know a lot of girls had fat farm shoes. I didn't have a pair of fat farm shoes. Those were whack.
And they tied them like the what is it?
They did ridiculous.
They did
what's that? How do you, the crisscross?
It was
like checker. Like checker. Checkered cross. Yeah, a lot of girls had the fat farm shoes. I didn't like those. I never ever kind of had those. I feel like if I'm trying to remember,
you had the Avrex.
The Avrex. Oh, no. Definitely.
You know what jeans I did have though? Don't laugh. Like, no, guys, serious. I had Jordache.
Jordache?
What is that one?
Hold on. It doesn't. It's
not ringing a bell.
Google search.
I feel like this is related to like
Jordache jeans. Found it.
Whose brand was this?
Oh, I see they sell them at Walmart. Oh, they're ones with like so many rips. Oh, whoa! Those butts look weird.
Those butts look weird.
Those are
my mom.
Those are some hard denim butts. They're not even booties. They're hard denim butts.
Denim butts. What's it called?
Jordache. Jordache. Yeah.
I gotta look this up. This is hilarious.
And then, like, as far as shoes went, we would go to New York a lot. So I would come back with I had Perry Ellis.
Okay, yeah. Perry Ellis. Yes.
They looked like the Wallabies. I had the big powder. I had the powder pink ones that looked like Wallabies.
That's hilarious. That was a staple at like Burlington Coke Factory or something, man. They had all those Perry Ellis shoes there.
We would take bus trips to like Philadelphia and like New York and stuff, and like all summer just be in New York and shop. But that helped put me on to stuff because I was coming back with stuff no one had here. I remember rocking first day of school. I had these fly Air Forces on. Like I went to I ended up changing from a public school to a Catholic school, so we had to wear all black sneakers. So I think for the most part, I wore all the girls wore these black Filas, these chunky with the chunky toes.
Yes.
That was like a staple.
Shout
that
out
was
to
a staple.
Filas.
So we all wore black Filas. And then I switched to these Nikes that I always wanted to find them again because they were dope. But yeah, you know, sneakers even clothes. Like my mom really tried to keep me my brother's hip. Like we were wearing Champion when it was popular back.
Oh yeah, and we didn't know.
We were wearing Fila. Like we had Fila, my mom, and then because I have two older brothers, like I would get their baggy hand-me-down clothes.
I
so
wish.
Like, that's why I'm like still a tomboy. I always had my brother's baggy clothes since I was a kid. So
I was paving the way. I was up there paving the way.
You didn't have
no.
I didn't have no older brother. I had an older sister. She wasn't trying to help me.
Yeah.
But like thankfully my dad was like big into ball, and like only now I'm kind of looking at it. Back then, like he was into all that stuff, like into shoes and jerseys, whatever, like hats. He just was on a severe budget. Like that guy had like the one time as a kid that I can tell you that I had shoes that I was proud of. Aside from the Filas that were coincidentally some Filas that Vince Carter wore before he got an N1 deal.
Hey.
I wish I still had those because that would be fire. There were the gloves, like the Gary Payton ones. They were like white with the silver on the sides.
I looked these up.
I convinced my dad. I'm like, come on, Dad. Like none of these other shoes are good. I know these are $100, but like, look at them. They're chrome.
And you know what? I think we all have like one story of our parent doing like. Come on, Patrick! Don't play your parent. I know they did one. You know,
no, definitely. Oh no! When I was little, I had a fresh like Orlando Magic varsity jacket. That was bruh. But like again, little. So I wish I could find that in like man size. But I was definitely fresh. I was fresh. But there was that those awkward years. Yeah, where you're growing too fast, so they're not trying to invest money in your shoes and your clothing like that. Yeah.
And I get that now as an adult. Like for me, it's like, damn, I understand why my parents weren't buying me those $100 shoes because I was growing out of them in 6 months. You know?
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I was size 11 from like a long time. They could have been investing in me. They didn't have the vision.
So I have a question. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Did you grow into your feet or did you stop growing?
Damn.
Did I grow into my feet or did I stop growing? I feel like I grew into them.
Okay. So you had big feet as a kid.
Yeah, because like it was what, grade 8, I was like 9.5. By like grade 9, I was starting to be like 10. And then by grade 10
average?
Grade 10, I was like size 11 and that was it. I was done by like grade 10. That was where I capped out.
So the average shoe size for a man is about 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah.
I'm a 12, but I was 13 wearing
You're
size
12? You look like a 9er to me, buddy.
Bro, hell no. I was 13 wearing size 13, and then my feet like shrunk, I guess. Or like
or you got real. Or you got real.
I lost weight since then because I was pretty chunky at one point. But yeah, I settled in. You? I'm 5'11".
And how tall are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I'm 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not 285 on a good day either. I'm less than that.
Yeah. No, it's hard though, man. I remember being like going to high school and the grade. So I'm going into grade 9, and the guys who were like in grade 11 and 12, they thought I transferred, like I was in their grade, right? And then I just stopped growing. So around like grade 9, like I just stopped. Like I did not.
Damn. So you were tall, huh?
Yeah, and then it just stopped. Everyone just passed me. I was like, I could play ball. Yeah. I'm gonna be 6 foot. Nah.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like in grade 10, I was like in relation to everybody, and just like for basketball watchers' purpose, I was like a LeBron because I was taller and bigger than everybody, but I played guard, but I was not tall. So just in relation to everybody at that time, and then I just stayed at that height, and now I'm just like a regular 5'10" dude.
Yeah,
that's okay.
285.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Did you play blues?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I played for the Lions, Ajax Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Durham.
And then I played for them for a year, and then I went to play in Scarborough. I went back to Malvern. I went to in between, actually. Where would you consider Hope?
Hope is Vern.
Okay.
It's like outskirts of Vern, but yeah, it's like West Hill, Vern.
Yeah. Okay, West Hill. Yes.
Yeah.
So I played. That's where we played out of, but I played for a team called Motion at the time, which then changed to Matrix. So yeah, my uncle used to coach the boys team, the Motion boys team, and so we used to play with them, and then we switched to Matrix, and then I stopped playing basketball. I came back to Durham for the Bulldogs for 1 year.
Durham City Bulldogs. I remember that.
Yeah, but so the female side of that was the Chameleons, Durham City Chameleons. However, our coach.
Oh, you guys had sick jerseys. Now that I remember the Chameleons. I like their jerseys.
Yeah, our coach was going through something at the time. I'm not sure. We don't, to this day, I don't know what. So we actually lost our coach before the season started. So our team disbanded.
Wow. Yeah, that sucks, man.
that was like high school. Like I was like, okay, let me get back into basketball, outside of school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I want to join a league. So join the league. We're going to practices, everything, and then So I just never mind. Forget it.
Damn. Are you still keeping up with ball though?
After that, I think I joined a women's league when I was in college for like a year.
Yeah.
And that was about it. I just watch now.
Just like everybody else.
That's it.
Nobody can play. Nobody can play.
Yeah.
Nah.
I can't keep up. We used to do alumni games for my high school. So I remember 1 year I went back to play in the alumni game, and I was like, yeah, no, this is the last time I can do this.
I don't believe so I can't do it. I don't even know if I could run up and down the court like 2 times. Like, I don't know.
I'm bust. Like,
I'm telling you. I'm calling for a sub.
Everything hurts. Everything hurts.
Yeah.
So, no.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little ball real quick?
Yeah, I sent you a little segue.
Sure.
Hey, I like that. So there's a couple things that have made the headlines this week, but I want to get your opinion on, because we're all ball fans here. But you guys hear about Kyrie's pitch to get Kobe as the new logo for the NBA?
Yes.
What do you think about that? You in favor of it?
I think it makes sense. Whether it be Kobe or somebody else, I think Jerry West is a very outdated logo for what the league is. He's not even top 20 players that have ever played the game. I think the league is not a white league also. Let's just all throw some race into that. Let's sprinkle that there. What major league do you know that has a black dude as a logo on top of that?
Yeah.
So I think if there's going to be any league that's going to do it, it'll be the NBA first off. But secondly, Kobe makes just a lot of sense.
I agree. I think Kobe is who I would choose, but I understand the politics of changing the logo. I understand the other side of that argument, which is what happens when Michael Jordan passes away.
And that's where I was going to go with this. Is you know what I mean? At what point do we? Yeah. Where are we changing things, and at what point are we going to petition to have Jordan the face of the logo?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's if they give into that or okay, cool, let's change it to Kobe. Then obviously no time soon. But when that time comes for Michael or it's it has to be Michael because Michael. Yeah. So then you're going to be changing the NBA logo to appease people at a certain point. So I get it, but I do also agree with the side of Jerry West is so outdated, and just like Shaq said, he's not a top 20 player. I feel like it's due for a change, but. How do you go about this?
I'm not trying to look at Jerry West and say yo, I could fuck up Jerry West today in my COVID body. but then also I agree with what you're saying. Eventually we might just start looking at are we just appeasing people? But knock on wood, I don't imagine that we're gonna have a situation like what we had with Kobe, with Michael Jordan. So I think that's why like maybe now is like the best time to make that switch if we do. So it's not like something that's going to be debated for a long time as to like, why did we make it Michael Jordan when he passed away when it could have been Kobe at that time, or why not LeBron James because he's the greatest active player. So like maybe now might be the better time versus just waiting to see in the next few years or what have
I
you.
agree. I agree, but I also do feel like in the next 30 years, 25 years, there will be a petition to get LeBron to make LeBron James
Exactly.
the NBA logo.
Exactly.
But what's wrong with that? Corporations change their logos all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like
switch it all.
I don't know. I feel like it takes away from like what that means then, what that logo means. You know what I mean? And just if you're constantly changing it, I don't think it means as much.
I'm saying like every 20 years, 30 years. Like it doesn't have to be like.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be something where like every 5 years a legend dies and we say, yo, make them the logo.
Make it them.
Yeah, it's like generations pass, like multiple. And now it's like a giant era where like for the past 30 years, we've enjoyed all of these players and watched them play. And to represent this generation, it's going to be Kobe Bryant because he's a student of all these people. And it makes the most sense as far as culturally and everything that went on leading up to the fact that he, you know, we're having this conversation a year after he had such a tragic death. And then 30 years from now, we'll be looking back again and saying, okay, let's just say, I don't know, fucking Luka or LeBron or something, somebody like that. 30 years from now, we might be talking about, should it be Luka who, you know, had 6 championships or something like that? Or let's look back at LeBron. We never celebrated LeBron really while he was here as an active player, whether or not he's going to be alive by the time we have that conversation. But we have that conversation in another 30 years or something like that. And not saying that there has to be a cadence to it, but I think there's something to be said about like eras coming and going and then being like, let's actually, you know, let's have our logo catch up to what the era's been.
But then let's think about it. Go ahead.
I think the NBA set a bad precedence from the beginning, unknowingly, obviously, not to blame, but they shouldn't have made it a person.
Exactly.
Like an actual, because if it was just a drawn silhouette or something, like, I don't know the NHL logo. Like, is that an actual NHL player?
It's just NHL and
just the NHL on like a.
The NFL is just literally the letters
NFL on a badge,
on a flag,
and then
a badge,
and then MLB. I'm not sure if that's an actual player.
No,
they're like a slim. So no. So the NBA kind of set themselves. Is PGA? Yeah,
is PGA like a MLS, person?
I don't think it's a person.
MLS, not a person. So like
none of these are
the NBA is literally an actual person. So
PGA
that's why
is a person.
Is it?
Yeah, somebody's
Who is it?
But who? I think it's just a silhouette. Like it's just a generic.
It looks very generic. Yeah.
That's the thing. Because the NBA made it someone. It's like it has to be replaced by someone.
Yeah,
so this conversation will forever be revolving. Whereas these other leagues don't have to deal with that because it's like that's not a real person. Like we don't ever have to replace that logo.
Yeah. I also think about it too. Like we don't talk about Jerry West anymore. I remember like 20 years ago, probably when we were kids, Jerry West would get talked about a little bit because it wasn't that far removed. You know what I mean? But you take away Jerry West from a logo, he's eventually going to disappear from history books. Just like if you replace him with Kobe and let's say 30, 40, 50 years from now, Kobe's going to disappear from history. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, so to your point, Keysha, I think they set a bad precedent because the moment you change that, that person's eventually going to fade from our memory. We're not going to talk about these legends that, you know, built the game anymore.
No, it's going to be different. It's going to be a whole different era of kids. And I bet you if you poll half of these kids and ask them what team Jerry West played for, nobody knows.
Yeah. Like, they don't know.
First of all, most people don't know who the NBA logo actually is. And second of all, like knows nothing about the guy. So it's not relevant to them. So I understand wanting that change. I totally get it because it's not relevant at all to this generation of people. But yeah, I just really believe they set themselves up for that, and it's unfortunate. But you know, now here we are. What can you do? Unless they just say we're changing our logo, period, and it's like just letters or something. Then
I don't think that'll appease.
That won't fly.
People will be mad.
No.
Adam Silver's gonna have to go.
So, we really appreciate you joining us. Like, this has been a fun hour. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long.
I know.
But,
Wow.
Before we like let you go and everything, like, can you what's going on with you? Is there anything else that, like, do you have any projects in the works, or is there any places that we can look to find you at and things like that?
I'm just always on Twitter, just talking my opinions about sports.
Talking your shit.
That's honestly, that's all my Twitter has become. Like, I'll scroll my time and like all I do is talk about basketball and football. That's it. So just on Twitter and Instagram, you know, is where I'm usually at. And, you know, I do some cool stuff here and there. I have some fun here and there. So, you know, yeah, if you can catch me right now, I'm writing for some other artists. I'm working on some R&B music, and you know, I wish I can sing, but I cannot sing a note to save my life. So I will write for the people that can, and that's fine. You know, working on some collaborative projects. A friend of mine just sent me some beats, so maybe I'll think of writing something. But you know, otherwise I'm chilling.
Can I ask you about that real quick? Like, I know we're trying to go, but I'm really curious about this. How do you write for other artists? Like, knowing that you're not going to be the one performing it, is it more difficult than when you say you write for yourself? Like, if you're going to, obviously you're not singing, but when you write your own music, is it harder to write for someone else?
No, it's easier for me because I'm in a place right now where, like, I don't really feel like writing a lot of hip hop music. So I can't force myself to. So it's easier because now I'm in this ballad mode where I just want to write about like I took your man, like I gave him back, like, you know, I like I want to write about these moments in time and write about these experiences, but as ballads, you know, breakups and heartbreaks and relationships, you know, just love songs and then not love songs, you know, write about some cocky stuff. I was always a huge fan of this one particular movement with women, like Toni Braxton. She has a song, He Wasn't Man Enough for Me.
Yeah.
I like those kind of records, you know, those records that are just like, yo, like, don't even talk to me. Like, I gave him back, you know. I like those records where women were so boastful and we were cocky, you know. All these whisper singing and stuff. It's fun. I love those records. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I want those songs, those pipes, those vocals. So because I'm such a fan of R&B and it's all in my head already, it's been super easy to work with R&B artists and pump out records. So it's easier, to be honest.
Okay. Well, look forward to it.
And then I can write records from a male perspective, and that works. You know, I can write for male singers, and it works out. Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope, that versatility. But thank you again for joining us. Let me give you the applause. And just so that people can find a place to reach you, where can they find you on your Twitter, where you be talking your shit, and Instagram?
Everywhere is free Keysha, so FreeKeysha.
Got it. And Patrick?
The world general speaking.
Yes,
he's gonna elite drop.
So yeah, Patrick Dennis Jr. on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up, and let's connect, y'all.
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
Shop like Shaq with a K. You fucking with him? You fucking with the drops?
Hey.
I love them.
Hey.
Thanks again for joining us.
Yes. This is a track right here. We're going to freestyle to this one day.
Oh, you just let me know.
Yeah.
Sort of challenge it.
Let's go. Not with the hype challenge. Woo!
Whenever you're ready, Patrick.
One day.
That's with the hype.
My part right there, yeah.